The rain had stopped by the time Amara climbed into bed that night. Her lamp glowed softly, and Mama If settled into the chair beside her, smoothing her wrapper as she smiled.
Grandma If sat down before on the bed, her eyes glistening in the lamplight. She folded her hands, then spoke in a voice quieter than the rain outside. When I was a young girl, Amara, there was a house at the far end of our village that everyone whispered about. It belonged to a family who owned the biggest wall clock I had ever seen. The kind that stood tall, its pendulum swinging back and forth like it was counting the very breath of the house. One evening, I was invited there to study with their eldest daughter. We worked until late, and when the house grew still, I noticed something strange. The clock struck 9. Then 10. Then 11. But when it reached midnight, it did not chime. Its hands froze at 11:59. And then I heard it. Not a chime. Not a ticking. A whisper. A voice so soft, it seemed to curl right into my ear. It said a name. A neighbor's name. I thought perhaps I was dreaming, but the daughter looked at me and whispered, "You heard it too, didn't you?" Each night, it was the same. The clock would stop at 11:59, and a new name would be spoken. The daughter's brother, curious and bold, began to write every name down in a small notebook. Within weeks, those people, neighbors, traders, even classmates, were gone. Some said they moved, others vanished altogether. One evening, I dared to ask him what he thought the clock wanted. He only laughed nervously and said, "It is choosing who will leave." Years passed, Amara. I tried to forget about that house, about the clock. But one day, I saw the brother again. He was older, married, with a child of his own. He told me he sometimes dreamed of that clock. He said he longed to see if it still remembered him. And so, he went back. The house was abandoned then, the furniture covered in dust. He stood before the clock at nightfall, and he waited. At 11:59, the pendulum froze. The room grew so still that he swore he could hear his own heartbeat. Then came the whisper. Just one word. His name. That was the last time anyone saw him. Mama If's voice faded into the soft patter of rain. Amara pulled her blanket tighter, her wide eyes darting to the alarm clock at her bedside. The red digits blinked, 11:59. Her breath caught in her throat. Then the numbers shifted, glowing noon. Amara let out a shaky sigh of relief. Mama If gave a small smile, but her eyes lingered on the clock a moment longer than necessary. "Ah, child," she murmured, "some clocks are not made to tell time, but to tell fate."